Hi, and we're going to review my Shokz OpenRun. It's model S803 bone conducting headphones. So, like I said, these are bone conducting headphones. If you missed that in the YouTube video title, then now you've heard it from the source. These are the type that go over your ear and they sit at your temple and they don't cover your ear canals or your ear holes, and they actually conduct a series of vibrations that passes the sound through to your inner ear without having to actually cause much projection of sound. So at full volume, yes, the person sitting beside you can hear them, but otherwise they are fairly silent, and they do provide fairly clear audio. That being said, I do want to go through a few things with you. This is a bit tricky. Headphones with microphones on YouTube, trying to give you an idea how good they are can be a bit of a challenge. That being said, I'm going to go through. So these are the Shokz OpenRun headphones. There are OpenRun Pros, there's Pro 2s, there's Open Swims, there's Open Fits, there's Minis. There are a series of different versions. There's actually even an Open Com, which has like a cool microphone that comes down, and it's like a gamer headset or like maybe a telemarketer headset. I'm not really sure. But either way, these are the OpenRun. So don't get upset with me. I think these are 8th generation bone conducting. There's obviously been lots of other versions of these in the past. Maybe you're here because you've tried bone conducting in the past and are wanting to know maybe where the technology is now. And honestly, it's changed. I've used these on and off, like not this particular one, but bone conducting headphones for years now. And I have specifically noticed a change in the quality and function of these headphones. So thinking of that, these are IP67 waterproof. They're going to be good for some amount of submersion, showering, heavy sweating, running in the rain, things like that. They're not designed for long-term submersion, such as swimming. You could try, but it's not designed for that. That's why they make an open swim version. That being said, these provide 8 hours. I'm going to say 8 hours. They say 8 hours. I'm going to say it's more like 9 or 10 hours in my experience. Now, I think if you use them for high volume activities constantly, you're going to probably get the 8 or less hours that they claim. But for me, I use them mostly for very light, like YouTube listening or like some amount of music and on audio calls. So I feel like I get maybe better battery life than recommended, just solely because of my usage. That being said, I think some of the biggest takeaways is that they're super light. If you look at these on camera, as I've showed you here, they are not big, and I can't even like explain to you in reference to the weight. There's a set of Anchor Soundcore headphones, or USB-C. They're new-ish. These are, I feel like, twice, if not. I mean, this whole thing's a battery too, so I'm cheating here, but it's like 3 or 4 times the weight at least of these entire set of headphones. You can look at this is Duas brand. These are like a over ear. They're decent. I mean, they're nothing super fancy, but decent enough. And you can see, like, you can't even get the headphones like around the one ear of that headphone. Like this, in side by side, it's basically like this thing is the one ear is bigger than the whole headphones. It just gives you a perspective on the size here. These are designed for activity and to be minimal in nature, which I think that is what they're for, and that is what they do, and they do a great job of it. Just to the point where you put these on your head and you do something, you forget they're on your head. They're not in your ear, they're not heavy, they're not touching the back of your head really. They kind of just go around the back of your head. They're not really like strapped to you. It's actually the ear loop here that does a great job of keeping them on your head, and for the most part you don't even notice they're on there after that. The microphone, I can't really give you a perfect demonstration. But if you watch the last couple of videos I've done, really all of the previous videos that I've done up to now, I've used these headphones as the microphone. You can see the microphones right there, as a microphone for the video. And I found that the quality of the microphone is really good. It's a noise canceling microphone. So it's not something that you'd normally buy headphones for, but as far as making video calls, like maybe Microsoft Teams or something like that, Google Meet, you are getting great microphone audio for the person you're talking to, and the clarity of calls from the headphone perspective is fantastic. So as far as a headset for that kind of usage, whether it's just keeping in touch with family or work, these are excellent. I think that the really, the big takeaway with bone conducting headphones is really the use case for them. They're leaving your ear canals or your ear holes unobstructed. You're able to still hear perfectly with your ear holes, like you always have, with these on and even listening to something. Obviously, your ability to focus on something you're listening to through bone conduction versus through your ear holes is on you, but your ears are able to hear things. As an example, if say you're a runner and you're running outside and a car approaches from behind or beside you, you're going to be able to hear the cars, like tires on the road and things like that, because your ears are still open. You'll be able to hear your music or your podcast or whatever it is, but you are also able to hear the car coming, clear as day. So they are, in that case, a significant safety advantage. Same thing goes if you're like me and you like to listen to YouTube clips or YouTube videos or even just, occasional music. You can sit on the couch beside your partner or friends and listen to something, watch a video on your phone while the TV is going, and you're actually able to pay attention to both things, in my case, fairly well, without distracting other people or annoying them because you've got a music video or a video playing on your phone. It's really nice to be able to still partake in conversations and also not be playing distracting audio for others and then still hear that audio yourself. So it's a bit of a balance of uses, but it can be done like that. They're not going to be good for mowing the lawn or doing auto body work with like a hammer and dolly or something like that, where you are making loud noises, because honestly, as much as they are pretty loud, it's just going to be distracting. You're going to have a hard time hearing what you're doing, and then also hearing what's coming out of this. So these are more for quieter environments. That being said, I think if you were to have used these type of headphones 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago, you try these now, even these aren't the top tier. If you were to use these now, you'd probably be quite surprised in the generational difference from what was to what is now. They are pretty good. I'm honestly going to say the biggest negative to me, and it's really picky because I like to be really picky for these review videos, is this charge port. Honestly, it is probably their proprietary connection. I've never seen one quite like it. It is magnetic, so they're trying to win me over. A dual port here, magnetic. It only goes on one way. I didn't bring the cable for the video, but it just clicks on there. Like you don't even have to actually finically attach it. It just snaps on there and then it starts charging. It is making a physical connection, by no means wireless. However, it is probably designed to be waterproof better than USB-C would be. So they've done a great job at keeping it waterproof versus keeping it universal, but at the cost of having a proprietary cable that if you were to go somewhere, say on a trip or whatever, and you wanted to charge these, you have to have that cable. There's no alternative wireless charging connection. So I would say that would have been the one thing that I would have liked. And I haven't really dug into too much into the higher tiered products such as the Pro 2. Maybe it has wireless charging or a more universal charge port, but I'm not going to spend $250 on these type of headphones when I have these ones and these ones as well. So that's pretty much all there is to it. That being said, I do really like these. I find I wear them hours of day, daily, and you could wear them to work and listen to some music and still be totally accessible to people for meetings and things. So there's lots of uses for them, and I think they're fantastic for that. They are just unfortunately never going to be as good at bass and sound overall, like audiophile quality, as an over the ear, just solely on the look at the size of this for the driver for the sound versus the size of this, right? It's just like, it's not fair. If you had big monster ones on the side of your head, and then maybe, but I think that the use case for this is that you're getting quieter activities where you're able to still have your audio and be safe or be quiet or just be attentive at the same time. That's what these are for. I don't think necessarily everybody's primary headphone, but I think that they make for a fantastic secondary set, or when you have specific needs. I would highly recommend the Shokz brand based off of previous use of the company, and then now these. There are cheaper options available that have the similar technology. Are they as good? Maybe. Are they, is there better options than this? Probably. That being said, this is a really good starting point for about, I think it was 120 Canadian dollars. So maybe they're $100 American. I don't know. But I think that if you're getting into bone conduction and you really think these are going to be good for you, I would look at these probably first and then go from there. Take care.